what is it we're arguing about here? What is it that we're not agreeing on? Actually, the fundamental point generally tends to be that both parents care and love about their children so much that they're so focused on that, they're not thinking about the fact that the other parent also has the love and care for the child. So ensuring that the focus really is on the child in that process, and then helping people to come to arrangements that, again, ensure that the child is the focus. They're the main priority. That's kind of the main thing, and the thing that I enjoy the most about mediation.
I'm Stuart Lawrence, founder of Mediator Locator, and welcome to a short video series, Meet the Mediators. In this series, we're getting to know the people behind the role. For background, Mediator Locator is a national mediation service connecting clients, law firms and organisations with the perfect mediator. And in this series, we get to see the human side of mediation and why choosing the right mediator can make all the difference. I'm delighted to be joined today by Danielle Stevenson from Anderson Strathern. So we're going to start with the first question, which is this. Can you please tell us a little bit about your professional background and the path that led you to where you are today?
Of course. So my professional background is as a solicitor. I'm currently a director at Anderson Strathern, so that's just the level of seniority within the department, but the day-to-day work is the same. And I deal mainly with family and child law and adults with incapacity. I started off in crime originally and fell into family law as a result of many of my clients having family law issues, and realised that actually that's where my passion lay. And the rest, as I say, has been history. I've just been dealing with family and child law and some adults with incapacity law since.
Fantastic. And tell me, how did you get into mediation?
I think seeing the frustration that many clients had with the court process, as many of us who deal with litigation will be aware, it never quite gives people, particularly in family and child law, the outcome that they think that they're going to get. And even if they get some semblance of what they hoped to get, the whole process of it, the stress of it, the emotional toll, the cost factor of it, is really never worth it for people. And what I also was hearing and finding from a lot of clients was they just did not actually feel heard in the court process. What they wanted to do was try to improve the position, particularly if they have children, with the other party, you know, their former partner or spouse, sometimes another family member even. And mediation just seemed the perfect fit for that for me, actually giving people a voice, trying to help people move forward, rather than getting stuck in a very positional point of view. And again, I've found that it's completely changed my outlook and my practice altogether by becoming a mediator.
And I think you're absolutely right touching on those things, you know, the time it takes, the costs. I mean, courts take such an age to resolve issues, and the stress that people experience while these things are ongoing, whereas mediation can be scheduled in a week or two, sometimes even quicker, and you can solve things in a matter of a few hours or a day. So yeah, totally agree. Tell me, what is it you find most rewarding about mediation when you act as mediator?
I think it's giving people control over their own situation. And by that, I mean, they're not giving the decision-making power about what's to happen with their lives or their children to someone else who doesn't know them or their children or their situation, or won't ever get to know it really well. And helping people actually work through the difficulties that they've had, perhaps the breakdown in communication that's led them to have the dispute that they're having, so that they can move on and feel satisfied with the outcome. It may not be the exact, again, outcome that they would have envisaged at the beginning, but if it's something that they can live with, that they're able to have a line of communication with the other party, for example, if they have children, I find that very rewarding. And some of the best mediations that I've done have been ones where people have come in and I've thought at the beginning, I just don't know if we're going to get anywhere here. And the shift turn at some point in the mediation where it just clicks and they actually start to listen to one another and really start to understand the other person's point of view, or be able to give it some time. That's, I think, the most rewarding thing for me, helping people just move forward with their lives in a positive way.
Yeah. And you mentioned that you do a sort of cross section of family work. Are there any particular types of work within that family area that you enjoy more than others, or you perhaps have a particular specialism in?
I enjoy all mediation, and I'm not just saying that to use buzzwords or something like that. I really am passionate about mediation and passionate about using all forms of dispute resolution out with the court process, because I don't think that family and child law fit particularly well in the court process, if I'm honest. But I think where I feel that I give most value to those that come to mediation, or where I feel like I get a very good outcome or I enjoy the most, are where people are having disputes around their children. Not because I enjoy people having those disputes, but because when you actually strip it back to what is it what is it we're arguing about here? What is it that we're not agreeing on? Actually, the fundamental point generally tends to be that both parents care and love about their children so much that they're so focused on that, they're not thinking about the fact that the other parent also has the love and care for the child. So ensuring that the focus really is on the child in that process, and then helping people to come to arrangements that, again, ensure that the child is the focus. They're the main priority. That's kind of the main thing, and the thing that I enjoy the most about mediation.
Okay. And you touched on a few benefits of mediation, but if you had to pick one, what would you say is the biggest benefit for people in your work area with mediating?
I think it's giving people a voice. And again, that falls back into the same thing that I've already said. It ensures that people have control over their own situation. And when we go into court, we give away decision-making power. And that can be a very big thing for a lot of people, and it can result in decisions and orders being made that don't fit for people for the rest of their lives, whether that's to do with finances or to do with their children. So mediation allows people to actually work through issues, but also, because of the confidentiality aspect of it, it allows a safe space for people to do that. I think when people go to a solicitor, sometimes they feel that they don't want to show their hand. They feel like they can make suggestions about how things might get resolved because the other person might hold on to that. So mediation's a great way. And I think, for put my solicitor hat back on, clients that go off to mediation quite often come back and tell you, actually, we've resolved this. This is what we would like to be put into an agreement. So that's where I think it's really beneficial for anyone going through the process to go to mediation, because it gives that safe space for people to have these discussions that are a bit more open.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Very clear. Thank you. And lastly, and if you're happy to, are you able to give a quick comment on your impression of Mediator Locator?
We've been really pleased as in our firm to be part of our mediator, the Mediator Locator. I've found it to be a very collegiate, helpful organisation or group to be part of, and we're really excited to go forward with it. I think it's a great way to promote mediation, and also to bring together like-minded mediators who want to assist clients and those coming to mediation moving forward. So, as I said, very happy to be here, and thanks for having us.
That's great. Thank you very much. And that brings us to the end of this session. So I'd just like to say thanks to everybody for watching this episode of Meet the Mediators. And if you'd like to learn more about mediation or instructing the right mediator, which may be Danielle in this circumstances, please do get in touch at mediatorlocator.com. Until next time, thank you very much and goodbye. Okay.